This lesson is going to be on a Mats Lipscomb tune, his version of Jack of Diamonds. And this song's tuning is Vestapol with a capo on the 2nd fret. So I'll have that tuning below in the info section. I'll go through the song once and then we'll get into the lesson. Starts with a slide into the 4th fret and then a slide into the 7th fret. And something to keep in mind is that throughout this song, apart from the variations he plays, the song is mostly what is called a monotonous bass line on the bottom string. And this is pretty typical of a lot of the Texas blues players, for instance Lightning Hopkins. And of course it's a little bit different from, say, Piedmont guitarists like Blind Willie McTell or Reverend Gary Davis, who are a lot more ornate with their bass lines. But you will see he does play some variations, which we'll talk about really soon. But for this part, just play that melody with that monotonous bass line on the bottom string. And as you just saw, after you slide into the 7th fret the first time, you'll slide into it again twice. And here's one of the first variations of the bass line. He'll play 1st string, and then with the index finger, the 3rd string, and then again the bottom string. And then he'll play the same riff with a little change up at the end. So that little difference there was a slide on the 3rd fret up to the 5th and back to the 3rd, then open. Of course, there's another variation with the bass line. It's a little bit different now. You'll just play with the thumb. And the rhythm's of course a little different too. Whereas the first one was, now it's just. Okay, now starting with the same riff, slide up to the 12th fret. Then on the 5th fret, you'll slide up to the 7th and back. Sit on that for a little while, then do the same move on the 3rd fret. And that'll be all with that bass line on the bottom string. And now at the end, he does it a little bit different. The bass line will now be an alternating bass line between the 1st and 3rd strings. And one ending that he'll do will be just play the top 2 strings. Kind of like that. Or something that's a little more interesting, he'll do it with the slide and go. And if we just look at the treble strings there, is a slide into the 4th fret on the top string, then the 5th string open, 4th string open, and then the top string. And then with the alternating bass line, that will cover almost the whole song, but he does take, in the recording that I'll post in the info section, a little guitar solo that strays just a bit from the main moves that he uses during the verses. So I'll just play that quickly for you. It goes like this. with a slide with a heavy vibrato, which will require a really loose wrist, on that 12th fret. Then sliding into the 10th fret, then into the 3rd fret, this is all on the top string, and then open. All with the monotonous bass line. Then he'll do that little variation with the bass line with the thumb and index finger. Then what he'll do is a little move, sliding into that 3rd fret, then playing the 5th string open. So, then it's a slide into the 5th fret, all across the strings, and same bass line on the bottom string. You'll be hitting the 4th fret, or the 4th string, and then the 5th string. Okay? And of course, you can sort of mess around with this and play whatever you want. Really anything. He'll change it up in each recording. But generally it's sliding into it again. And then sliding down until you're open. And there we see the same alternating bass line and the top 2 strings. Then it's a really similar move up to the 7th fret, where he'll play the 4th string, 5th string, 4th string again, and then the top string. Same bass line. Then sliding into the 5th fret, just involving the 4th and 5th strings, and then